Hey son, you know that little boy named Timmy from next door? Yeah? Why? Well, he kinda got in a little accident. Oh my god. What happened? So I was driving by good old Raggin down the road, and I thought I saw a little doggo crossing. So I accelerated my vehicle and ran that small animal over, because I needed to bring something home for dinner. But it turned out, that wasn't no dog. It was little Timmy! So you killed Timmy? Now don't worry son, little Timmy is just fine. I got him right here! According to Google, a simp is defined as a person who deserves nothing but pain and suffering upon this planet and should receive a slow and painful death. Which sounds about right. Now, I don't know if you know this, but I absolutely hate simps. They are a sad excuse for a human being and should be slaughtered. Oh, did I forget to mention that I hate simps? Because I hate them so much! The only people who are worse than simps are terrorists. Actually, no. Simps are much worse. But not only do I hate simps, and have to deal with the fact that they exist and roam upon the same planet that I live on, but I also have to deal with two big fat simps that simp for each other non-stop. My life is horrible. Since I respect people's privacy, I shall not be using their real names. Instead, I shall call them Simp number 1 and Simp number 2. Like, every day, I have to deal with Simp number 1 saying something like, "Oh my god, Simp number 2 is such a cutie, I really want to kiss them." And then Simp number 2 will reply with something like, "Oh my god, I really want to kiss you too, ooh woo, oh whoa," and it makes me sick. You know those people who say things like, "Oh my god, young love is so cute"? Well, I think those people are idiots, because I think it's extremely cringe. There was this one time in school when I was just walking up the stairs, getting ready for my next class, because I'm such a good student and I don't ditch my classes. So while I was walking up the stairs, I noticed that Simp number 1 and Simp number 2 were ahead of me, also walking up the stairs. And for absolutely no reason, they just randomly started holding hands while walking to class. Like, there was no reason for that to happen. Why did they have to do that? Like, they could have at least shown me some courtesy by doing that somewhere I couldn't see them. Like, don't do that stuff in public where everyone can see you. If you can't stand not touching each other for more than 5 seconds, go get a private bedroom or something, because no one wants to see any of that. I was extremely happy when one of the simps changed schools, since it meant that I wouldn't have to deal with them simping for each other at school anymore. I mean, I'd still have to deal with them simping for each other online, but it's honestly not as bad as them simping in real life. But yes, I'd finally no longer have to witness them simping in real life anymore. So believe it or not, just because they don't go to the same school as you, doesn't mean you won't see them in person anymore. Like, I didn't know this, but apparently, friends like to meet up with each other in real life. Like, why would you want to hang out with someone in real life when you can interact with them through the use of an electronic device? At least that way, you don't have to see their hideous face. Unless of course they're very attractive, and if that's the case, then meeting in person is a much better option. So Simp number 2's birthday was approaching soon, and Simp number 1 wanted to plan a little surprise party for them. So they set up a group chat and invited some people to it, to prepare for their birthday. And for some reason, I was only invited to the group chat a day before Simp number 2's birthday, which was planned months ago. So thanks for inviting me, guys. I'm glad to know that it took you a couple of months to decide whether or not I should attend the party. I'm very grateful. So the day of Simp number 2's birthday had finally come. They were officially 1 year closer to death. And you know what? Everything was running quite smoothly. Apart from the fact that Simp number 1 is horrible at organizing things. For some reason, everyone kept arriving at different locations. So I was forced to walk back and forth so many times. I had walked over 10 kilometers that day just from walking back and forth. Thanks again for inviting me, guys. And if it wasn't bad enough that I had to do all of that pointless walking, I had to witness two people simping for each other for the rest of my day. For some reason, I forgot that there were two big fat mega simps at this party. If I remembered that, I probably wouldn't have shown up. Now, you're probably gonna tell me something like, oh come on, I'm sure it wasn't that bad. And I'm going to tell you one thing, if you are in fact thinking that. You're an idiot. Not only were they flirting with each other, but they were also holding hands! In public! They were in public and holding hands. As soon as I witnessed that, I wanted to die so badly, and I could tell that everyone else wanted to do the same. Like every time the two simps started holding hands, everyone else in the group would stay 10 meters behind them so they couldn't see them holding hands. I really wish that simps were something that never existed. If I ever become president, the first thing I'm gonna do is eliminate all of the simps that live on this planet.